Good morning. This is Laura from Laugh Pig TV. Would you like to join me on another walkabout and talk about this morning? It's Monday morning, April the 26th, maybe? April 20-something. We're towards the end of April. It's going to be an absolutely gorgeous day here today. It's a little chilly this morning, but we've got bright blue skies and the sun's out. And according to the weather people, we're supposed to have a couple of days of unseasonably warm temperatures. It's going to be like 78 today, and then I think in the 80s the next couple days. So what gorgeous weather we have in store for us, and which is great because we got some seeds in the ground on Friday, and they got some rain on Saturday. So yeah, everything's growing, everything's blooming, everything's blossoming. It's a beautiful time of year around here. Zoe and I went down to Lakeshore Park yesterday and visited with our friends Maria and Rebecca and Emily. And just, oh, what a beautiful day. What a great day. We just had a lovely visit, a lovely walk around the park a little bit, let the kids play on the playground. It's just, you know, it's the tiny, small, normal activities, you know, that can really make a difference. And I think we're learning to appreciate that a little bit more now that we haven't been able to do all those little things as easily as what we used to. You can see how bright the sun is. I should have brought some sunglasses out here this morning for when I'm walking in the direction of the sun, but oh my gosh, it just feels glorious. When was the last time you got out and put your face in the sun? Have you done it in a while? Or are you following the rules of the experts that tell you that if you get out in the sun at all, that you have to smear chemicals all over your face and all over your skin to keep the sun from getting to you? Guess where all our food comes from? Guess where all our plants and stuff come from? They come from the sun. They get their nourishment from the sun. The sun nourishes them, and then we eat them and they nourish us. So does the sun really sound like that bad of a guy? You know, without the sun, none of us would be here. I'm not that afraid of the sun. I don't get out and burn myself. We don't, you know, we're smart about our sun exposure. And because we know that getting sunburned is bad for your skin. It's very bad for your skin. But getting some sun is very good for you, because in a few little quiet studies about the COVID, this one particularly from Indonesia, that they were trying to figure out is there anything that all of these people that are in the ICU that are so sick with COVID, is there anything they have in common? And the one thing that they found that all of the ICU patients suffering with COVID had in common were low vitamin D levels. Vitamin D is such a huge player in your immunity and your immune system. Actually, if you want to get scientific about it, vitamin D is a hormone instead of a vitamin. It's kind of been misclassified as a vitamin. It's actually a hormone inside our bodies and does lots of things, including being a big player in a robust immune system. And you can take vitamin D supplements all day. You actually should be taking a vitamin D supplement every day. We take a vitamin D supplement every day, but the most natural way and efficient way that our bodies can make vitamin D, where we can really, our bodies can use it the best, is get out in the sun. Get out in the sun and synthesize a little vitamin D. And it takes like 15 or 20 minutes. You know, you're not going to be out there burning yourself up trying to make vitamin D. But, you know, put on a short sleeve shirt, put on a pair of shorts, put on a sun hat if you don't want to get sun on your face, and go sit in the sun for a few minutes. And, you know, your face isn't going to burn either especially this time of year, you know, here in July or August here in Tennessee, yeah, you may not want to sit out in the sun. But right now, you know, if you get out in the sun this early in the year when it's still cool, especially if you do it like in the morning hours or late afternoon hours. Like right this very minute, I'm facing the sun. There it is. Big, bright grandfather sun. And give yourself even just 60 seconds. Your face isn't going to burn in 60 seconds. And in that 60 seconds, sit, take a few deep breaths, and feel the nourishing warmth of the sun on your face. And then think about, is that something that's really trying to hurt me? Is that sun really trying to hurt me? I don't think it is. I think it wants to give me a little bit of a immune system boost, and I'm going to let it. So today we are probably going to be taking homeschool outside on the deck, and we'll be getting a little homeschool and a little sun at the same time. So that's going to be part of our plan today. And then what we're going to do for the rest of this beautiful sunny day, I'm not really sure yet, but I came past my herb garden on my way out to walk, and my ducks are being crazy. And it is growing so fast and so much. As a matter of fact, I'm right here next to it, so we might as well take a little look-see at the herb garden and how everything has just gone berserk. It's huge. Everything is huge, and it's getting kind of out of control in there, which is awesome. It's an awesome problem to have. And I picked a sprig of lemon balm for my walk. Lemon balm, it's in the mint family. A lot of people say, oh, it's so invasive like mint. Well, you put it somewhere where it can be that, where it can spread its legs and go wherever it wants to go, instead of trying to tame it like we try to do with so much of Mother Nature. Let's tame it and make it work for us. Mother Nature will always win, without a doubt. But lemon balm, and I'm taking it with me while I walk this morning. Give it a little squeeze, and it smells like your favorite soap or cleaning product ever. And lemon balm has so many benefits. One of the big ones that has made it a very popular herb this year is its anti-anxiety benefits. Everyone should drink a cup of lemon balm tea at least once a day. Just good for you all the way around. A little bit of good medicine from Mother Nature. So, and speaking of the herbs and wondering what we're going to do the rest of the day today after we homeschool, it's looking like I need to harvest some herbs already. It's only April, and my herbs have grown so much. I think I need to do a little harvest. And what we're going to make out of all of them, I'm not sure yet. It's exciting. There's lots and lots of options. We may make some cool hydrosols to go in our face creams for later this season. And I'm checking out the, let's see if I can show you, that is a wild rose that's about to bloom, sitting down here near all of the wild blackberries that are also getting ready to bloom. I think they're going to bloom at about the same time. So we should have bumper crops of wild roses, which means wild rose hips later in the fall, and of lots of wild blackberries, which we can make all sorts of yummy things out of. But one of my favorite things to do is when all of these blackberries get ripe is to watch the neighborhood kids come and pick them and eat them until their whole mouth is purple, because they love these berries. And that's what I did as a kid, so it's just so fun to watch them. And it teaches them some great skills of how to gently pick a berry off a vine without getting poked with a briar. Because lots of treasures in life come sometimes with the addition of a little pain with it. So can you get your pleasure without your pain, as you do in a blackberry bush? So yeah, midsummer we should have some really, really awesome blackberries happening back here. And what else is happening today? This is getting long. I need to get going, get done. Here's in the news that possibly you didn't see in the news, because this hasn't been in the mainstream news. On Saturday, about 750,000 people marched on the streets of London against the pandemic lockdowns and all of that jazz. You don't see that on mainstream media. They don't want you knowing. that 750,000 people were marching without masks in London. So good for them. Good on you, Londoners. And in Finland, they have officially declared the COVID restrictions unconstitutional. Oh, well, there's a surprise. Go Finland. Go Finland. Good for you. And otherwise, the news gets crazier and crazier, that the matrix is crumbling. People are waking up. They're seeing what's real, what's not real. I saw a really interesting video clip this morning of Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, and his wife, Sophie, supposedly getting their little prick that everybody's supposed to be getting. And well, particularly for somebody that's been in the medical field, it was so obvious that that nurse was not giving them an actual vaccine. She pointed the needle at their arm like a dart kind of from across the room and made it look like she was giving it to them. But, you know, whatever. That's the state of our world right now. But let's pretend that we're giving our leaders a vaccine so people will follow along. I don't know. It was just the lies are getting so blatant, and the untruths are coming right up to slap us in the face and cause us to say, what are we going to do about this? Are we just going to walk along and say, okay, this is just how it's happening now? Oh, it was real. I'm sure that was real. That was, there's no way. And then there's another picture going around somewhere in Europe of, I don't know what nation this guy was from. He was some sort of political leader, I guess. He had his picture made it was either 6 or 7 different times in different locales getting his vaccine from different nurses, and he's wearing different clothes. It's like, how many times did you go get it? So, but this is how the matrix crumbles. This is how we start seeing the truth. This is how we start seeing what's real. So, just smile, get your popcorn, sit back. It's going to get way more interesting as we go along. So I'm sending a lot of happy, joy, love, kindness and compassion out everybody's way today. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I hope everybody gets to get their face in the sun for a little bit, because it feels really good. And when all else fails and everything gets crazy, go outside. Mother Nature makes way more sense than anything else in our world does right now. I mean, I can sit and watch my chickens scratching around in the morning out here in the fresh, moist grass, seeing what they can find to eat. And, they go about their day, not worried about what anything that's happening out there in our crazy world. You watch the plants bloom, everything's growing. Mother Nature doesn't hesitate in her processes just because we humans are going crazy right now. So, and there's a certain amount of security and a nice feeling around knowing that Mother Nature is still doing what she does, regardless of how crazy the humans on the planet are getting. So get out and enjoy Mother Nature if you can. Hope it's a pretty day where you are. We're going to enjoy it very much here. So from the Laugh Pig Ranch here in Knoxville, Tennessee, it's a beautiful Monday morning. I hope you have an awesome day. And thanks for going on my walkabout with me. We'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.